I completely understand though, because that's the funny joint. Cause like I don't know why I could not jump in with the
Uh, Yo, the only person I know that's good at it was Angie. That's the only person that would never let me
uh
down, dog.
oh wait, other people, you try to get other people to do it?
Of course,
Oh,
yeah.
dude. Yeah, no bull, because
Nah, Wiz was good at it too. Wiz was definitely good at it. Me and Wiz used to go in. Me and Wiz used to go like how they did on Firing Squad. On Firing Squad,
uh,
they have a whole like interlude of like about 3 minutes of that. You know that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, me and Wiz used to go in like that.
Oh, dude. All right. What's the word, y'all? It's your boy Stag. Welcome
Did I
to
curse? I didn't even realize we popping. We live right now.
we popping. We're live right now,
Oh,
man.
oh,
We're
oh.
live. We're
Pardon,
live.
pardon. Let me put
What's
my
what,
gentleman voice on.
you good? You good? You weren't cursing though. I was monitoring it.
Wow.
I was gonna ding
I
you
could
if
have
you
swore
did.
I had at least 4 F-bombs when talking
Nope.
about MLP for certain,
Nope. This you cannot talk about MOP without dropping the F bomb, but you didn't though.
right? Wow. I should get like a gold star for that. If I
Right.
slip, I should get like a deducted. Like this is like par for real, for real. When you think about it, since we in like the Masters, as the
Yeah.
Masters over, I don't care. I don't watch golf. Same, it's
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
close
It's par.
enough.
It's par. It's par. It's par. Only
No,
reason
I know
why
par was right, but I'm saying like I know the Masters was at least on. If it's over, I don't know. I think they were talking to
I
the
think it's
champ today.
I don't know. I don't follow golf. The only thing I know about golf is what they showed me on the Wii back in the day. That's
Oh
the
yeah,
only thing.
yeah.
Like I really didn't know. Like it went like the higher the number was, like you were losing. No idea.
It
No
was
idea.
the golf joint on the Wii was actually kind of hard, like super hard.
I loved it. I loved it. That was the only reason why I was like, I actually want to try golf. Because we was living in
Wow.
Orlando at the time, and there's mad golf courses out there, and I was like, I actually might want to play this. This might be all right. But never got around to it. But
Yo,
anyway,
I interrupted your intro
yeah, nah, you good. You good. I was just about to
like
jump
five
back
minutes
into
ago.
it. I was just about to jump back into it. What's the word, y'all? It's Stag. Welcome to Are You a Fan Yet? The podcast with Stag and Verse.
Or it might be
And
versus Stag. We're not really sure
no,
yet.
yeah, we're not sure yet. We're gonna figure it out one day. but
It might
but
be
as,
a poll. I don't know. I might just make it
we
unanimous.
throw up a Twitter poll or a YouTube poll or something like that. But
I'm
for
gonna
now,
rig it. I'm gonna
it's
make like 5 different Gmails and win. So.
Dead. Now we're about to get political. Go rig that joint, get the Russians.
Whoa. Yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Go like
I'm
the
gonna shut
Russians.
it down
I'm gonna
with the
throw
MIDI
fake
file.
news.
I'm gonna hack it with the MIDI file. Remember that? You remember this is real facts. The Senate message board got hacked by Russians. That's facts. And they were so rude that they put the Terminator 2 MIDI file. If you know what MIDI is, that's like a real small file because they probably only had about like 100 kilobytes to put up there as they spammed us or whatever. So it was like a Russian flag and like, you know what I'm saying, hyphens and straight lines and, you know what I'm saying,
Yo,
back,
I
backslash.
I do not remember this. The thing about
I
it is that I
do.
remember you were like, "Yo, we got hacked," and I was just like, "Man, you on a computer deal? You go ahead and maintain that, Jay. Do what you do." So I was like, I was dealing with all kinds of other
Yo,
stuff. I was
the
like, "Yo,
joint really was like, yo, I was like, yo, they so foul, son. Yo, if the Jordan meme was around for that,
it would have been there. It'd have been the
yeah,
sad
it would
face."
have absolutely been there. Jordan face, yo, send a message board got Jordan meme that day for real.
But yo,
I
what's
couldn't get it
funny?
off. I think I had to like kill all the messages that was up there. I was
Are
like
you
so distraught.
serious?
Yeah,
So
that
it was
stuff
just an
was.
audio file, just playing with it on a loop.
Yeah, and it was like a
That's foul.
Turkish or like a Russian flag. I think it was Turkish actually.
Oh, okay,
Same
that's
thing.
foul. That's
And then it
foul.
was like,
Did it same
yeah.
thing. Did it same thing. Not quite.
In terms of
Not quite.
hacking,
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
they got
But
squads.
okay. So I've been talking about this show for maybe like, I saw season 1, and then I was just like, yo, Verse, you need to get on this show. Now they're on season 3, and I'm gonna ask you on the mic live right now for everyone to listen.
Mhm.
Have you seen Rick and Morty yet, dog?
That's the cartoon joint.
Oh my God. The fact you're even asking that is blowing my life right now. Listen, if there's anybody in the world that would appreciate this show, it is
It
you,
is though,
man.
right?
Yes, it's a
So
cartoon.
then
It's
I'm
on
definitely,
Adult Swim.
yeah, I haven't seen it like that, but that's one of the joints that I know. Like if you know what I'm saying, I want to watch something like that, I'm gonna watch
Dude,
it.
Dude, you throw that joint on and you are gonna die. Like episode one, that's what had me. Because you know, Joe's always the person that be like, yo, you gotta peep this show. Like as soon as Joe tells me, my brother Jonathan, whenever Joe says you need to watch this, you need to read this, you need to see that, I'm on it immediately. And he was just like, yo, you need to see this show, Rick and Morty. Let me tell you, the joint is like Simpsons, Futurama, Family Guy, and it has Back to the Future elements. If Doc Brown was an alcoholic dabbling in crack. I'm not joking, dog.
A few of them, a lot. I know I was like on like some kind of vacation or something that made me, you know what I'm saying, pay attention to Cartoon Network. I really don't watch that in the crib, ironically.
Dude, you need to see this one show though. Yo, like so the season 3 premiere, the first episode for season 3 premiered, and that joint blew up the internet on the low, yo. Like, I don't know if you really peep. Like, have you been seeing people talking about Szechuan sauce, the Mickey D's joint, online?
Nah.
Do you remember the Szechuan sauce joint? The McDonald's Szechuan sauce.
I was just like in a deep thought just now when you said that. Like, wait, when did they have that?
It was like they had a Szechuan sauce. It was like a Mulan promotion for the chicken nuggets, so that you could dip your chicken nuggets in like a Szechuan sauce.
For the Disney movie, the Mulan?
Disney movie Mulan. Yes.
Dog. Yeah, that's racist, yo. They came out with us. Wow, I never knew that.
Yo, yes, dog. Yo,
that's terrible, son.
I'm so mad. You know what's funny though? I'm now realizing how racist that is.
It's terrible, dog. You can't come out with an Asian sauce because Mulan dropped, son. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if I don't even want to make it sick. Yo, what if Dave Chappelle come out with a new joint and then we drop Mambo sauce? Nah, dog, you can't do that. It's not right. That's racist, yo.
Yeah, I just peeped that. What was funny is that you can think about it, yo. Like, cause okay, so here's the deal. On this Rick and Morty joint, the episode basically is essentially dedicated to the Szechuan sauce. And like the dude's like, they came out with it in 98, they never released it again, and I want it back. So they're literally bringing that joint back. Like McDonald's is like, well, I don't even mess with McDonald's.
Off the strength of Rick and Morty? Off the strength
of Rick and Morty, the fans are hitting people up. Like, you got kids that were born in 2000 that are like, I need to have this sauce. Like, what's good? I wasn't even born when it was out, and I want to have this sauce. Let's make it happen. Let's get it. And I'm sitting there, like, I don't really mess with McDonald's. Not even really. I don't mess with McDonald's after the McDonald's.
I just had McDonald's like 2 weeks ago. But breakfast, though. And me and my boss had it before a meeting or whatever. That was last week when I was telling you I was out there in Jersey. But we both co-signed. We was like, yo, I'll still go in on breakfast all day. And I was like, I know I bang with you, Mark. Like, yo, you all right, man?
The last time I had McDonald's breakfast was in Memphis. But like, I shied away from McDonald's since that incident of like, what was that, 98, 99, the fish fillet joint. After that joint, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
Oh, yeah. That was a throwback. Yeah,
I was like, I'm good. I'm good on that joint. So after that, I was just like, I'm all right.
Yo, Stag threw up a mountain of fish fillet in front of my neighborhood, and it stayed there for like a week.
How old were we? We were like 16.
It was when Nori came out. That day we went to Cop Nori.
Yeah, we did go.
It wasn't CNN. It wasn't CO.
No, it was NORE.
NORE, yeah. So it was July of. I'll be doing these days too. It was like early July of '99.
Yeah, why? Why do you know these things? So yeah, that's the awful. This is the back in the day. I'm young. I'm immortal. Bad eating habits, joint, and fish fillet. What they had, the 99-cent joint. That's
a terrible choice for a hot day in July, dog.
That's a red flag. That's a red flag immediately. The fact that it was 99 cents each.
But where did we get it from? That was Glenmont, right?
Most likely Glenmont. It had to be Glenmont. And Just was with it, right?
Glenmont. Yeah, it was Just. It was in Just Mom's van.
Yeah,
a minivan joint.
I was like,
Dodge Caravan. You just lived that joint open.
Pull over.
In front of my hood, and my mom seen it and was like, yo, what's that? And then the book caught an L. It was a book that fell out of the joint in the ruckus of you trying to.
It was a kid's book, right? It was a kid's book. Yeah.
I kind of remember that. Yeah. Like, yo, just leave it, son.
I felt so much better afterwards. That was it, man. That was when me and McDonald's fell off. I was just like, yeah, I'm done with that, Jay. Or yeah, definitely me and McDonald's. Like, I had breakfast a couple times after that. Last time I had breakfast at McDonald's was probably like 4 years ago.
I'll always love
actually
McDonald's
5,
breakfast.
maybe 6 actually. Now I think about it, because then it's 5. So yeah, not this is it's been a minute, y'all. But anyway, so they released this Szechuan. They're about to release this Szechuan sauce drink, all because of this show. And that goes to tell you, dog. Like, this is a show that you need to watch, because, like, yo, it is legit funny. Like, you want to talk about like out of there,
No, it's
random.
funny, definitely.
Like sometimes I sometimes watch an episode more than once, just so I can absorb everything that's happening on that joint, dude. Like, you need to see that joint. Like, especially seeing how you're a Simpsons and Family Guy fan. Like, you still be on the Simpsons like that?
Yeah, like every season of The Simpsons, I'll see at least 4 or 5 joints at absolute minimum. But I haven't been watching it like that. Well, no, I can't lie. I've seen a lot of them this year. Family Guy, I'll tune in here and there too. American Dad's over, but Bob's Burgers, I watched that a couple times.
I only seen Bob's Burgers like once. Like, I
was dedicated to it, but then they got the shaft because Fox just doesn't know what they're doing right now, and Sunday night's just like a mess right now.
Yeah, like I peep like the Simpsons. Like, I'm kind of neutral on the Simpsons. Like, I stopped watching it a long time ago, though. Just because
that's forever my show.
Nah, I stopped watching. But you should have peeped the Rick and Morty intro that they did. Did you peep that? Or did you know it was them? Like, Rick and Morty did an intro, Simpsons intro. Like, the Simpsons people hit him up and was like, yo, do an intro for us, because they love the show. Like, yo, everybody loves the show. Like, anybody really, I think, like, really the creative community really loves it the most. Like, people that, like, celebrities and stuff, like directors and actors and writers and stuff. Because I be peeping.
It's definitely funny.
Dog, like, man, if you go in on that joint, you're just gonna die. You're gonna die.
That's the thing. I'll catch it here and there. I haven't like made a point to sit down and watch it. Like, I know it was a good joint, because I know, like, there's a few joints on Cartoon Network that I watch, but most of them, like I don't even know the names of them for real. Like, I know they kind of, like, I could tell by like the art of it, but I know what Rick and Morty looks like. So that's one of the ones that I just like tried to watch because I knew it was funny just off the strength of what it looked like.
Right.
But now I haven't like been a fan of it like that and followed it.
Yo, what was the name of the episode, The Simpsons joint, where Homer was like trying to do a striptease for Marge? Like, we tapped that joint back like 30 times. It was the joint where he was trying to do a striptease, and Bart was like, "Hey, Dad," and he walked into the bedroom and he
jumped and then lunged at the door.
He lunged at the door and he closed it with his head, though.
And they're like, "Fine, we don't care what you're doing."
Right. He was at the window. But what was funny is that when he was at the window, Homer was like, "Ah!" and he closed the door. He opened it again, and Milhouse was standing there, and he closed it.
With no ladder, they hit the zoom out. Like, how did they get there?
Dude, like, I had a moment like that with Ben, not the striptease joint, that'd be lame. But like, I was like he was trying to get into like a room or something. I don't remember what it was. Oh, he was trying to get around me. And so like I blocked him in one area, and he like turned around, went around the couch, and went in between my legs and like ran to where he wanted to go. I was like, word. Like, it's just like, like, it just reminded me of the Bart Simpson joke, because it was off that I'm going to get where I need to go regardless.
It's happening.
It's happening, dude. Like, you're not gonna stop me right now. Like, that joke killed me though. Like, honestly, that shows you like sometimes it's all about like the people that you with when you're watching certain things that really like gets it hype for you. Because like, I think it was like me, you, Manny.
Ray was there. Manny was there too.
Ray was there. Okay. And like, yo, like we watched that one scene, like I want to say maybe like 10 times in a row. Just cry. And it was just funny every single time, yo. Like, to me, that's those moments like that are like what The Simpsons is all about.
Yeah, like, definitely. I mean, that's one of the episodes. Of course, I had seen it because it was on one of my old tapes, but I probably didn't even really laugh at that part like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at the time, like when you see it live, it's like the that flick Get Out. Like, I know if I watched it without being in the theater, it would be a completely different experience than when I saw it in the theater. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm sure, man. The joint was like jive scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Right. It was just like, it's just one of those things where like the audience, like being in the middle of an audience or being with other people makes things funnier. You know what I mean?
Yo, man, I died off of that trailer, dog. Like I hadn't laughed at a trailer in a long time. Like I laughed at Get Out.
Oh, the Get Out, Jay?
That joint, the way I knew it was supposed to be scary, but yo, the dap immediately killed me. And then it was something else, yo, but mainly the dap.
The dap, Jay?
The first time I saw the dap, yo, I died, yo. I was like, yo, this man grabbed his whole fist. He grabbed that joint. I was like, yo, I can't wait to hit Babbitt with this joint. Blow their whole mind. Like, what? What are you doing, dog? What do you do though? You have to say something on that exchange. Like nah, like you have to say something if somebody hits you with something like that.
You got to hit the rock beats or paper beats rock. That's what you got to do.
Nah, bro, you can't even play it off. You can't make it fun.
You got to.
It's not a fun play off. You gotta like address the issue. Like,
not even.
This was an issue. Like you just made a mistake, dog. Yo. You back with us?
Hello?
You on mute? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, what happened? Was that me or you?
Nah, I was looking at it, said waiting for people to join the call.
Oh, that joint just cut off randomly. Sorry to everybody. Sorry to people that's listening. Maybe we'll edit this part out. But back to the dap jig. Yeah, that's the jig where we got to sit down and meet.
You gotta address it with the dude right then and there. Like,
have a serious conversation.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Why the apology though? I'm sorry. I would apologize because I thought that you were gonna come in with the panel.
Like with it like a firm joint, but to let you know like it's a serious tone. Like we gotta do something about it, but like I don't want to sound like, you know what I'm saying? Like
we need to make sure this never happens again because
it's one of those ones. Like
people might have been watching. People might have been watching.
Sorry, like,
the black card is gonna get removed right now. People might have seen that, Jay. So we're gonna have to.
That's just the weirdo card. That's not even the black card.
It is
that
weird.
just puts you in a weirdo category. Like
it does because the thing about it is that it's always like right before that the person switches up on you. You know what I mean? Because like you come in with the fist.
The switch up joint is funny, and you just laugh at those like ha 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 because we just didn't know what the approach was.
When you come in
that joint and you just like abort the whole, you just strong arm the whole situation. Nah, it's like that's not it.
Oh, I see. I thought you were talking about the switch up J. The switch up J is the J where you hit the rock, the paper beats rock. That's when you be like, oh,
yeah, that's an appropriate.
Okay, so you're saying when the person just flat out ignores, they just don't even pay attention to the fact that you got.
I'm saying if somebody specifically hit me with the Get Out dap, then I'd have to address that joint right then and there. Like, bruh, what just happened? I'm sorry, but you just grabbed my whole dap. Like that wasn't even a mistake, joint. You just
why'd you grab my dap though?
Yeah, that was just weird. I need to know.
Like, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, like, hey.
Are you in the sunken place right now? Spoilers.
Hey, watch this. This is how we normally do this.
I know you try to play it off, but this is how it usually works. This is what we do.
Like
normal. You put your fist like this. You put your fist like this. Nah, that Jay's seriously to hold a meeting, Jay. Like pull him off to the side, have a conversation about it.
The Blackman also killed me.
Oh yes, yeah.
No. Also, that trailer is hilarious, yo. He said, "How long has this been going on? This thing." That killed me, and then do you think I need to tell him that I'm dating a Blackman? That killed me.
The dude knew what he was doing because like he let our guard down the whole joint, man. Like he really like the whole beginning of the joint, but he let our guard down where we were sitting there watching the joint. We're just like, oh yeah. Then when everything started popping off, no spoilers, everything started popping off. It was a wrap.
Oh yeah, we've already, you know what I'm saying. Well, we didn't get into too much more than the trailer.
Nah. Nothing more than the trailer. Because I don't want you to blame me for ruining it for other people.
True. Yo, Boog was just saying that I guess Jordan Peele is married to what's her name? Chelsea Peretti, is that her name?
Yeah, Chelsea Peretti.
When did that happen?
I think sometime last year. Yeah, they
It's been a
eloped
year.
too. Yeah, I don't think it's
It's
been
been
a year yet, but they eloped, and I think they're about to have a seed too. But yeah,
Dang.
that Jade is like humor on top of humor. Because have you ever seen her stand up?
I think she's funny. I like her.
She's legit funny. Like she's like I saw her stand up a while ago, maybe like 2 years ago, and I was like, yo, because I only knew her from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and she had that like real dry humor, and I thought that was funny
Nah, that
enough.
was a whack role. I mean, she's
You don't
funny
like
on
her role
that.
in Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Nah, it's funny on that, but she's just got better roles than that. Wasn't she on I could have swore she was on like some kind of other sketch show or something like that.
That's the
No,
only
she
thing I
definitely
know
was
her
on
from.
Nick Kroll.
Oh yeah,
She was
definitely
on
on Nick Kroll. It's like a
and I
crew of
thought her
them.
character
It's
was
like a crew of them that run together, and like it's like
like she was on all that kind of stuff. So I thought
yeah.
all them joints were dope.
I heard like I don't know if it was like an interview. I think it was some kind of interview, and like basically she grew up in Oakland, and like was like came up around black people. So that's why, like, you know,
She looks like one of them, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like I peep that, like you know, like you peep that, like in certain, you know what I'm saying? Like
So
you can look
funny.
and be like, yeah,
Yeah, but you already know what it is.
you
It's
woke,
funny.
like you don't even
Yeah,
need to,
it's that joint. Like
yeah, like I don't need to question.
I don't mean to bring
I
up the JO so much, but yeah, it's a
right.
certain and that's off the password though. That's how I really knew the password. I can't even say what it is, obviously, but it was like the initials of a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Happens
Oh,
for
right.
like a song. Competition is not a.
Right.
I was like word though, and then like I was like she's waiting for me to be like word though, so I'm not gonna be like word though, just because.
Oh nah, you got to in
I
moments
was like,
that.
but then she brought it back up another time. She was like,
she wants the recognition.
Like,
that's what it was. Like,
she was
on,
like, are you
dog.
sure you don't laugh at people's passwords? I was like, yeah, I do be laughing at some people's passwords sometimes.
Did it that Jay. But yeah, but speaking of 90s jank, man, we brought up something in our inaugural jank. So I don't know if we're gonna put it up or not. You know, it was a little dense, but you know, we'll probably put it up on a later day. But our test pilot episode 0, where we were doing our intros, I started going on a tangent about Biggie. And you were like, excuse me, sir. I don't mean to interject. And I was like, yo, dog, please don't get on me about Biggie.
I don't really. I'm not like against what you're saying, but I just have.
Well, let me go ahead and lay my points down real quick. It's probably not gonna be a full out point, Jane, but you know, you can interject whenever you want. But
sure.
Bottom line is that Biggie to me is the greatest of all time. Like the Notorious B.I.G., him coming into the world set a completely different tone for music, like hip hop music, maybe even music period, for like an entire generation. And like the point that I made when we was talking about it is that like his songs 20 years later still rock as if it could come out today. And that's the thing. Like you could probably switch the beats, you know what I mean, put some trap behind it, and it'll still rock because his flow it was so ahead of its time. Like him and Pac are the only two rappers whose flows are so ahead of the time that you could take their vocals and put it over. Excuse me. You could take their vocals, put it over, you know, what you want to call quote unquote a modern day production. And that junk would still rock. Like people would still be in the club. Like, yeah, this is that new Biggie. Like you probably get like a younger generation kids like, oh snap, what is this? This is like some exclusive Biggie chain that Puff never released. Like I feel like he's the greatest. And like the reason, one of the moments where I realized like this is where I was just like, this dude is amazing, is when Hypnotize came out. Because there's this fine line between hardcore, like for real MCing. What'd you say?
I said and Jiggy.
There's like for real MCing, where it's like you manipulate the flow, you got the wordplay, you got the punchlines, where it's like the MC is like in a zone, in a whole different realm when it comes to rapping. And to do it over a beat as jiggy as that, as poppy as that, and to still pull it off to the point where like you could throw it on in the club now and people will still know the lyrics. And and it still rocks perfectly to this day. And to me,
for that joint, let me get one interjection on this song.
Hold on, I'm gonna finish this point. I'm gonna finish this point.
Right.
That flow, I don't think anybody can recreate that shit. I don't think anybody can recreate it in this day and age. Like, you could put the best rapper up against that flow, because the way he broke down the syllables and the stanzas and the way he interrupted himself in between a rhyme scheme, it's like like anybody, if you really sit down and listen to the way he's rhyming on that joint, like he would start a new flow in the middle of a rhyme scheme. And that's like, to me, that's like impossible to do. Like, you could only do that if you're freestyling, which gives credence to the fact that he probably never wrote his stuff, because he was just sitting there just doing it all in his head. So that's my point right there. Let me hear your rebuttal. Try to shut me down. Try to convince me otherwise.
Well, no, that I do agree with Hypnotize is definitely one of those songs where I'm like, yo, this dude really could do like anything. And at that time, I definitely wasn't feeling you if he was, you know what I'm saying, making jiggy stuff. But that's one of the joints that, you know, hands down, you had to allow. But I think for me personally, I think I was more excited off the fact that this was the #1 single off of the new upcoming album. It was like, so it was like, oh, Biggie time, yay.
Right.
More so than this song's really good. Not to say that it's not, but I know that you know what I'm saying, that this is something that youngsters can't relate to because they weren't around when these kind of things dropped. Not so old head y'all, but it makes a difference though. Because if you understand the hype and everything that was happening at that time.
Yeah, because I mean now people drop albums the day of. So it's like, you know, all the hype is happening.
Yeah, it's gotta be a surprise.
Right. It gotta be a surprise to get people excited. But back then it would be legit build up. Like, you would have the single release first, and then the video, and then the song would play on the radio. Then they would release a couple snippets from the album for like a couple of days, and then you'd have to listen to somebody like Big Tigger, you know, around this night at like, you know, 9 p.m. to hear like exclusive joints, you know what I mean? And
you basically saw the artists making their rounds. They'd be on all types of places, and you know, it's just like promoting a movie, like how they still promote movies now or go on talk shows and stuff. That's basically what it was like.
Right. And you used to get like, you all, if a new artist, if an artist was about to release an album, you'd be boosted to see them like on Rap City or even like TRL or something talking about the album. But Rap City was definitely the joint because, you know, they would have the freestyle joint. You know what I mean? Like, they would have to freestyle on that joint. Like, it was always disappointing when somebody was on the show and they did not rhyme, which was rare.
But that's what's funny though. These brought up TRL because TRL was starting to get more, you know what I'm saying, thorougher artists. Like MOP definitely was on TRL. Yeah. Old Dirty was definitely on TRL.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
So weird.
I'm sorry. The MOP J. What was that group? Yo, this is like the MOP Love episode. But what was that?
It was definitely an all-white boy band.
Yes. You knew exactly what I was gonna bring up. Yo,
it was weird.
Yo, because we both.
I was happy that they made it, but at the same time, I was like, this crowd does not know nothing about
we were. Yo, I'll never forget. We were in Tower Records, and like we both saw the cover. We were like, "What is this?" And it said featuring MOP. We both were like, "Can't be the same MOP. Like, it can't be."
Definitely was.
Yeah. For those that don't know, MOP is probably the hardest. Not even probably. I'm gonna put it out there. They're the hardest group, yo. Like, for real. I think like pound for pound, when it came to like the only other group that I would say is harder than MOP when it comes to talking about like the for real gutter stuff, which is body of people, I would have to say is probably Styles P by himself.
Yeah, you said by himself.
Like, he don't even need other people. Like,
but that's where I thought you was gonna go. But that's funny.
Just Styles P, dog. Like, just him by himself. Like, Beanie Siegel is a close second, but Styles P, I don't think he goes a bar without murdering somebody at least one sense.
Yeah,
maybe now it's a little bit different. He's calmed down.
He's more. I think now it's more of a gentleman and a gangster than it is a gangster and a gentleman.
Nah, I'm a huge fan of his now because he got the juice bar and all about the healthy joints. I'm like, I want to.
Yeah, that was the move, man. That was really good to see that.
I really
And
want
you
to
know
reach
what I'm
out
saying,
to
for
him.
him personally, they all, you know what I'm saying, got in shape or whatever.
And their new album is amazing. But anyway, I digress. MOP is the hardest group. They made the song Annie Up. If y'all know that joint, Annie Up. Yeah, that
Yeah.
fool. Like that's MOP. So clearly one of their biggest hits is them talking about robbing somebody. And everyone was okay with it. It appeared in several movies. Seth Rogen joints, I think. But yeah, but
Man, it was
anyway.
all over. They had commercials, all types of
Yeah,
places.
commercials, it was all over the place. So yeah, MOP is the hardest group. And they were with
Shout out to DR Period. I hope you got all your royalties for that, because I peeped.
yeah. But yeah, that joint, that song, they're the hardest group. They had, what was the name of their first album? Mash Out Posse, right? Was that was
The
their
very
debut?
first
joint,
joint
right?
was called To the Death, and the second joint was called Firing Squad.
Firing Squad. I thought Firing Squad was the first joint.
Nah, then it was First Family for Life, and then it was Warriors. Warriors had the Annie Up joint.
So why did I think Mash Out Posse? But I thought they had a self-titled joint in the beginning. Anyway.
Nah.
So as you
Later.
can tell by the name of their albums, like these dudes are not something to play with.
Yeah.
So it was
Talking
really
about-
surprising. It was really surprising to go into a record store. You know, that's what we used to do back in the day. Go into a record store and see their name on the cover of a group that literally looked like the Backstreet Boys or 98 Degrees. It could be any one of those groups. And I think we listened to the joint, didn't we? And they were still getting it in, like it's MOP. So you know, you ain't gonna stop.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it was a mismatch. I don't know who made that.
It was
decision.
a major label move. Hey, they said,
Hey.
"Look, guys, you guys want to get some bread?" They said,
And they did it. So yeah, but anyway, but that joint was like definitely jarring. But I really took you way off the topic of Biggie J. So what were you gonna say?
"Hey, it's still Brooklyn."
Yeah.
So I know that the hype of the moment definitely brought more to that song than just the song by itself, for me personally, at least. But I mean, the catalog is just too shallow for me to. I mean, I like, obviously it was cut short. Who knows what it was gonna be? But out of all the joints, I think it was cool. I really didn't really like. I liked Life After Death as a double album, but at the same time, I think it didn't have to be.
Well, I mean, my thing with Life After Death is like, when I first heard it, I was just a fan. You know what I mean? But as time progressed, I think that's one of the albums that I listen to at least once a year. And like I realized something about Life After Death, especially that first disc, that I found really ingenious, where I was just like, this is the brilliance of Puff and Big working together. If you listen to that album, it literally goes hardcore commercial, hardcore commercial, hardcore commercial. It's like a ping pong, and it really is like, it shows that collaboration between the two of them, where it's like they're basically battling for like control of the album. You know what I mean? Because like you can hear Biggie's vision on the hardcore joints, but then you hear Puff's vision on the commercial joints. You know what I mean? It's like
Eventually where Puff ended up going.
Right, exactly. And it's like,
but that's one of the gripes I have with the album is the flow of it because of all the juggling, and I don't like most of the Puff joints. So
I understand that. I feel that too. But for me, see, for you, like we've discussed this before, for you, you're all about the production. Like you're all about the beats. And like for me, I've always been about the lyrics. Like I'll never forget, like one of the things that kind of turned me on to being like, yo, like the lyrics is where it's at. It's like I was watching Rap City back in the day, and I was at my cousin's house, my cousin P's house. Shout out to P. What up, P? I was at P's house in Long Island, and was watching Rap City, and Foxy Brown was on there. And you know, Foxy Brown, she doesn't write her own stuff. You know, I mean, she wrote a lot of her own stuff. Let me rephrase that. But she wrote a couple of things. But the question that they asked her was like, "What do you think is a real hip hop head?" And like, I was sitting there, you know, watching. And at that time, I think I was maybe like 13, 14, somewhere around there. It was around the Ain't No, like when she really was like starting to rise. And so I'm listening to it, and like, you know, she was just like, you know, I think real hip hop heads listen to the lyrics. Like that's what it's all about for them. They always listen to the lyrics, and you know, other people, you know, they'll, you know, listen to the beat and lyrics, but the real hip hop heads, the ones that really, you know, love the craft and the art, and you know, they listen to the lyrics, and that really spoke to me because I was already writing stories and poetry at that time, so the word, You know what I mean? The written word like was really a big deal for me. So for her to say that just gave me a whole different respect for her. And also it made me pay more attention to like the nuances of like what artists were doing with their lyrics. You know what I mean? And just like, you know, paying attention to the delivery and also, you know, what they were saying and what their voices, the cadence was all about. So it really stuck with me. So, you know, between you and I, we would always have these debates about which songs were good and which songs weren't, because you'd be like, yo, the beat rocks. And I'm like, yeah, but he ain't saying nothing. And then I'll be like, yo, he's killing this shit. You'd be like, yeah, but the beat sucks. Because like that was our biggest, like I think the biggest arguments that we used to have was over Eminem.
Oh God, that was a prime example of great raps and terrible freaking beats, man. I do not want to hear Eminem beats. Sorry, hey, blackball me, bro, but them beats be trash, bro. I don't even care. Seriously, man, I don't really like that at all. Like all you good, great rappers that picked terrible beats, and it's not just me saying it. Look at the blogs. So hey. It's just facts. Y'all are like the top Nas and Eminem, great rappers, terrible beat pickers, bro. Just have a weekend with Rick Ross and like y'all be new people. Seriously.
Yeah. Because like honestly, the only thing that gets me even paying it a little bit of attention, because I don't really care for Ross too much. But the only thing that gets me paying attention to him is the production. Like,
yo, Big Ghostface for like the best.
What'd he say?
I can't. I want to quote that. We're gonna come back with the quote because it's hilarious.
Go ahead and look
something
for that,
like
Jay.
Rick Ross. Somehow like magically.
Look for that, Jay. Look for that, Jay. I'll keep talking because like for me, Ross, like I mean, you know, I respect his artistry. I respect his hustle. I respect everything about him. You know what I mean? Like I respect everything that he does to get to where he is. But my thing with Ross is that when it comes to hip hop, I've completely, it's like wrestling to me. I've completely accepted that not everything is real. You know what I mean? Like people like Styles P, I'm like, yo, no, this dude is legit. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, if you know, I'm not gonna, you know, he's not the dude. You know, he's not the dude. Like MOP, like Woo, no. Like you know what I mean? Like you look at them, you hear them, and you're like, these dudes believe it. And like I like with other artists, you know what I mean? It's kind of like I just sit back and watch, you know, and I'm just like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but otherwise. And Ross was one of those dudes where I was legit like, oh wow, I love this dude. I like what he's doing. I like what he's saying, you know, and I completely believed. It was like wrestling to me, you know what I mean? Like I'm in it. I'm in the kayfabe. Like go ahead, I'm, you know, whatever you're saying, I'm riding with you because you're making it believable. But then when the pictures came out, you know, the COJ, and I was just like, and then he started denying it, and people were like, yo, but your social security, and I was like, oh God, like you're just digging a hole for yourself, bro. Like it just kind of like made it lose credibility. Like if he were to be like, yeah, I went in there, I did that, I got my lessons on the drug trade from that, boom, you know what I mean? Then my belief in you know, in what he was saying would have been intact, you know. But really, at the end of the day, I'm not naive. I know music is all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? But I like to, it's like, you know, if I'm sitting watching a movie and all of a sudden in the middle of an action scene, I can see the camera, like the movie's ruined for me. You know what I mean? Or I see a random microphone come down and it's not supposed to be serious, then the movie's ruined for me. You know what I mean? Like you lost me. And that's the way it is with hip hop. It's like, yo, like you could, you know, if you break that illusion that you got, then it's done. It's done. But his production though, like every time, every track, it's like as soon as that Maybach music comes on, like as soon as you hear that Maybach music, he's branded that sound perfectly, and he knows what he's doing. So I like it on that level, but I can't listen to a full album at least more than once because I'm just like, meh. But yeah, did you find the quote?
I've been looking for it, man, but I can't. Man, the site is like he talks about. He's one of them dudes that I know, right? I was listening too, but nah, he's one of them dudes that he just goes in on this dude so many times. Like Rose and Drake is like two of his favorite dudes to talk about. So
oh really?
This quote could be anywhere on this site. But basically, he was just shouting and hilariously shouting out his ability to pick good beats, which is facts though, because he be getting good joints, dog. Since the jump, since hustling, like I didn't really think he was rapping like that. I was just like, but that beat's hard.
Yeah, and like a lot of times with with the production, it's just like he knows what works for him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he knows exactly
Yeah.
what he needs to ride on. But
His sound, yeah.
I was so like, when his new album came out and like people were actually debating like on some he's the next Biggie, I completely tuned out, dog. Like
I don't listen to that.
I took offense to that. Like I legit took offense. I was like, dog, like don't do that. Like don't
People
do
just
that.
want Big so bad. Like,
They
just let it go,
do.
bro.
They
You weren't around for it.
do.
It's okay. You missed it. It's all right.
It's okay. You be all right. You be all right. Just go back to the old catalog. But I understand what you're saying though about his catalog, not about Biggie's catalog not being dense. But for me, it's the potential. And I think for me, like, you know, being an MC, you know, you never stop being an MC in your heart, you know what I mean? But being an MC, I think like listening to his music, I could see like the potential, like how far he could have gone. You know what I mean? Like for example, I listen to Kendrick and I'm like, there's no limitations to him. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing that's going to be like, this is the breaking point. This is where it's going to stop for him. And like people like Eminem, I feel the same way. It's just like there is no limitations because they tap into something, whether it's in their environment or whatever. They can look at the most simplest mundane object and be able to tell a story about it, and they will make it visual. They're basically storytellers. You know what I'm saying? So to me, when it comes to Biggie, I always hear his music and I'm like, there's still so much that he could have done. So that's why why I feel like he's the greatest. He's the greatest of all time because like they're really, when it came to punchlines, when it came to storytelling, when it came to just the variety of different flows. You know, you compare N-Words Bleed versus I Got a Story to Tell. It's like it's two different vibes, but at the same time, you could tell what he was doing. You know what I mean? It's real methodical. And so I don't think there was a limit to what he could have done. You know, like no offense to Jay. I listen to Jay and I'm like, okay, I feel like he's accepted that he's an artist. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, Jay was like, I'm a hustler. And that's what made his music feel so raw. But like now he's really into art. And so he's appreciating the art. And so I feel like he's kind of thinking about it too much in an art kind of sense instead of just going ham, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, at this point, he doesn't really need to rap anymore to me. Mm-hmm. And I think he's just kind of exhausted rap, which is cool.
Do you think he's doing it to keep his brand alive, or do you think it's just like?
I think it's probably a bit of relevancy and like the fact that he can.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be a point where you can't. So he's probably just like, let me do this while I can. I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either.
Does he have the record yet of all the number ones? Probably, right?
Probably. I don't see why he wouldn't. I mean, you know, every album that he releases, he has a number one single on there.
Yeah, so I could see something like going for that and then calling it a day.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, I don't want to hear you rap about certain things at this point. And like the stuff that you should rap about, I won't relate to because I can't.
Yeah.
So then don't rap.
The Jane I really love, the last album of his that I really, really loved, like, because it was like, it was Reasonable Doubt, then In My Lifetime Volume 1, and then it was just like everything else, you know, the commercial joints I paid attention to, but I wasn't really like diving deep into it. But then when the Blueprint came out, that's when I lost my mind. Like I was just like,
that brought it back, definitely.
Yeah,
if it wasn't for that, I would have been a lost. I just like whatever.
Right, but that like, because like all his singles were popping. Like I love the singles. I even love the harder joints, but I just couldn't sit and listen to a whole album because it just didn't feel cohesive to me. You know what I mean? Like it just wasn't. It didn't flow right. And I know people are probably listening. Anybody listening to this are probably about to get their pitchforks right now because I know there's avid Hard Knock Life fans. But like for me, it was just like, you know, I felt like something was missing between, you know.
Those weren't flawless albums, but Blueprint was. But like, I don't think that, to me, like I think that Life After Death just had too much. Like it didn't need all of that. Especially some of the jiggy joints could have been shaved off of that joint. Like if you wanted to take like maybe 3 or 4 joints off and make that one album, that could have.
Mhm.
I don't know, man. I always wonder what that
would you have kept I Love the Dough?
No, that's out of there. That's like
Yeah,
one of my first ones out of there.
I was about to say, like, I appreciate
Man,
that
let me
song,
look at
but I
this.
don't love it.
Let me look
Yeah,
at this
look at the
while we're
track
doing
list.
it.
Hold on, let's look at the
I'll
track
tell you
list right now.
exactly.
Because like, I Love the Dough. Like, I appreciate it, but it was it wasn't Brooklyn's finest. You know what I mean? Like,
Definitely not.
Like it's like I see what they were doing, but at the same time, it was just like I appreciated what it was because they had some lines in it. Like, don't get it twisted. They had some serious lines in it. But as far as like as a whole, I was just kind of like, it I don't know. It just felt out of place to me. Like it wasn't one of my favorite joints. I would definitely say that one could be taken out.
Yeah, that's out of there. That's
But
like my number one that I want out of there first. I want to get it out. I hated that joint. I don't know the words of that at all.
Like
it was a waste. Like you look at that joint and like, well, I knew it was a lie from the jump because I saw Angela Winbush, and that's how I know that it's a lie.
Yeah. But it had some lines in that joint that were like just beautiful. Like I was just like, oh,
like
God,
it was.
It's see, this is once again that what I said. Like for me, it's all about the lyrics, and you're thinking about the beat and the.
And that's Easy Mo B too. Shout out to Mo B, but
oh God,
that's
Easy
definitely
Mo B.
not one of the best Biggie
Easy
and
Mo B
did
that joint?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Like, wow. Like, he's one of my favorite '90s joints, dog. Like,
yeah, if you look at it on paper, like who was involved in that song, then it sounded like it could have been cool. But then, I mean, the song is cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's one of the joints that I could. That's the joint that I could get out of there, man.
Nah, I'm with you. Like, it's not one of the strongest joints on there, but like, to litigate this joint, I'm using big words on you. Yeah. If we really were to do it, let me see what joints I would probably take off. Disc 1.
Let's just go down the track list.
Yeah, let's go down. Like the intro, I'd keep. The
intro is cool. Somebody's gotta die. It fits the album. You gotta have it.
It has to be there. It has to be there. I mean, somebody's gotta die. Like line for line, that joint is just like the way he illustrated that story. You know what I mean? It just set the tone. Like it was like, yo, he really is a rap Alfred Hitchcock. Like it's legit. Hypnotize. Yeah. I'm sorry. Hypnotize.
It's like the order of that is like, how do we like? These are the issues. But like, I see what you're saying. Like it's exactly like that. But that was one of my biggest gripes. It is like, hey, somebody's got to die. Then how do you hop in? That's like the worst segue ever.
Yeah, it is a terrible yeah, it is a bad segue.
Somebody's got to die. Nobody got to know. Then you're like dancing at the club, driving in reverse. No, that's not what happened. And then you're kicking in the door. Like, nah. If somebody's got to die, kicking the door after that. That's the right order.
Yeah, that's true.
What is the order of this? Look at the titles itself, bro. It doesn't make no sense. Somebody's got to die. Hypnotize. What, you hypnotize people to kill them or something?
You hypnotize.
And then you kick in the door. Then you're having sex. And then you're about to die on your last day. But you love money though. Then you're beefing. It's all over the place. I don't like it at all. The order is terrible, dog. That's my biggest gripe with this whole album, dogs. It's got joints, but at the same time, nah. The order was terrible. Stag, where you at? I can't hear you. Did I hit my joint?
There you are.
There we go.
What happened?
What happened?
I don't know. Hey, that's what happens when you know somebody for so long, dog.
I know, right? Yo, that was like what movie was that? The Ashton Kutcher joint.
Yeah.
Dude, where's my car joint?
Dude, where's my car?
I was like, bro, stop saying my words.
What was the last thing you heard me say? because like
I don't know. I was going in. Oh, you did?
Yeah, I dropped the F-bomb. I'm sure.
Oh, you weren't on there. You weren't on there. It didn't get there. I don't think. I didn't hear it at all.
Oh, okay,
but I was saying.
I'm sure it's recorded on my end though. That's the thing.
Oh, true. Yeah. Edit. Sorry.
Yeah, but, edit that shit out. I was like,
it's back and forth, just like you said. I didn't really.
It is. It really is.
The flow is terrible, dog.
So you never noticed that before? How it goes back and forth, like between.
Well, I was jumping all around. I'll tell you like this. As a kid, I was probably about 16 when this joint came out.
Mm-hmm.
What I would do is I would start with this too, so I'm already jumping over the place. The first joint I'm playing off break is 10 Crack Commandments. That's the first joint I wanted to hear every time.
Of course.
And like, okay, so I'm on disc 1. I'm gonna go back 4 joints, and then I want to hear Bone. And then I'm probably popping disc 2 out of there. It's out of there, matter of fact.
Hold on. You said you go back to disc 1, and then what are you listening to?
No, I said I go back 4 tracks, and then listen to Notorious Thugs, the Probably.
Oh, okay.
And then I just pop the whole disc out of there. Disc 2's out of here. Then we back to disc 1, and then I'm starting off with Kick in the Door. So I'm hopping around by itself. Then I might go to What's Beef or Last Day. And you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm already jumping all around the place anyway because it's a jump around.
You didn't like Long Kiss Goodnight?
No, Long Kiss Goodnight was cool, but like it's like the fact that the joints, like the definite joints on the album, are so far in between. On different discs. The disc thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was.
You gotta remember too, like they don't know about disc struggles too. They just throw a whole bunch of joints on Winamp and just rock. No, disc means where is it?
Did you just say Winamp? Did you say Winamp? Oh my god, dog! Get rid of the PC,
I ain't gonna. Nope, I'm not gonna say no iTunes. I don't know. Didn't throw it in there.
This man said Winamp. I don't remember Winamp, dog. Like I've extricated that joint from my memory.
Nope. Still whooping up on llamas to this day.
Oh my goodness. Yo, the llama. What was the point of the llama on Winamp?
Doesn't matter. Didn't matter.
My goodness. All right. So yeah. So okay. So for me, I can see what you're saying about the Hypnotize thing. But okay, so Life After the intro, Somebody's Gotta Die, definitely Kicking the Door. And then I think Hypnotize would have been a nice number 4. Like after Kicking the Door. But and then FU Tonight would have to be like that's what I said. That's why I dropped the F-bomb off that J. Yeah, that J would definitely have to be like somewhere later. If I were to make this one disc, if I were to do disc 1 to be one disc, like this is the album, then
You gotta extend it though. I'd go with like, all right, let's look how many tracks there are. Total.
They're 12.
24.
That's total 24. Yeah, it's 24 tracks.
So then I'm probably taking off a good 6 then.
Dang, that's
so put it like that. If you take off a good 6, then so you can count the skits. Or matter of fact, we won't count the skits. Let's take this. Let's take the skits off and then see how many tracks there actually is. So BIG, that's out of there. Intro, that's out of there. So that makes it about 10.
Hold on, the BIG interlude, you would take that?
I'm not saying take it out. I'm just saying like that doesn't really count as an actual song.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. But so the way it flows into More Money, More. The way it flows into More Money, More Problems, though. Like I love the way it blends.
You don't have to make it an actual track or whatever. Like if we're looking at numbers wise, the way you want the numbers to look on the album, you don't really want a million tracks. So you could really those interludes could still be there, but they don't really have to count as a track.
Right. I got you.
So technically,
just have it be like at the end of the song, at the end of What's Beef, then it goes in. I got you. Okay.
Yeah. So that would be 10 tracks on disc 1, and then how many on this other joint? Okay, there is none on disc 2.
Yeah, none on disc 2. So basically, it's really a 22 album. 22.
Yeah. So then I'll still take 6 off of that.
So that would give you a 16 track album. So
that's about decent.
Yeah, that's decent. Yeah. That's decent. I give that. Yeah.
So being that, let's pick the 6 that you would say is getting out of there.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Oh God! Wait, are we counting Player Hater?
Oh, Player Hater would have counted as a
an interlude because that's a full song.
yeah, that's I would still count that at God, it's 3 minutes. Really? They did that for 3 minutes?
Yeah. Not even 4 minutes, dog. It's 3 minutes, 57 seconds. That song is it's a
That's out of
legit
there.
song.
Just because they went for that long, I'm saying
Ooh.
you now count as a song.
I sang
You made
along with that
Stevie
joint a
J a
lot. So okay.
producer.
All right.
I'm
all
getting
right.
it out of here though. On
Okay,
tracks,
okay.
these are tracks you got to keep.
Okay. All right. So
That's
let
out
me
of
see.
there.
All right. All right. Let me go down the list. I would take out I Love the Dough. I think that joint should be on the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
Let's see. Bleed. That first disc is hard.
See, we could have saved everybody from reality TV and just took off all the Stevie J joints because these are just looking like the joints I don't really bang.
Oh, let me see. Hold on. Nah, he did Ends Bleed. He did the Bleed joint.
Oh, okay. That could
That joint's
stay.
hard, yeah. Last Day? Did you not take it off
No,
Last
no,
Day?
he did
I will
not. As a matter
fight
of
you.
fact, no,
It
no,
says
no. What? No,
Havoc in
listen,
him.
listen.
It
Wait,
says
wait,
Havoc in
listen.
him.
The
Okay.
first name on that joint is
Havoc.
Myrick, and that sounds like a Myrick beat. No, that's
Oh
not
yeah, that's
Havoc.
true.
I'm
That's
talking
true.
about
That's
on N Bombs Bleed.
okay.
That
And
was
Bombs.
a Nasheem Myrick beat. 6
Right,
July.
right,
I mean,
right.
not
6
6 July,
July.
but I mean
So
Nasheem.
he probably added some stuff to it, made it a little
Yeah,
bit.
no,
Okay.
he probably sprinkled his little dust on it like Puffy
Gotcha.
did. They
Gotcha.
don't count, dog. That beat was made by 6 July
Yeah,
and
yeah, and
Nasheem
Havoc.
Myrick,
Okay,
dogs.
okay. So yeah, maybe the Stevie J joints because, I mean, yeah, I think I would
I
have
know which
to.
ones he was responsible for. Exactly, he was responsible for the joints like
More money, more
Player
problems,
Hater
obviously.
and Nasty Boy. Them joints that you didn't have to
Yeah,
do anything. Hey,
yeah.
that's why it says Combs and Stevie J.
Right,
Why?
right,
Because he synced the joint up and looped it for him, and then he
right.
said, "Take that, boom, I did this."
Well,
And there you go.
Notorious Thugs, Combs and Stevie J right there, or Stevie J and Combs, I should say.
There's a name that says Anthony Henderson. This is
Oh
a
God.
mystery. Should I click on this name? Let's see who
Click
that. Oh,
on
no,
it.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
What.
That's
Yeah, I was
crazy.
about to say it's probably one of the bones. It's a writer. You know what I mean? It's not a producer.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
that's writers.
So
I'm clicking on. Matter of fact, you're
yeah,
right. I'm clicking
yeah.
on
So
the writers.
it's funny that the Combs Stevie JJ. Like I'm looking at it.
Is there an asterisk there? No,
No,
it's
it's no
not. I don't
asterisk.
believe them, dogs. I ain't ever gonna believe them, dog. I'll never believe you, dog. You didn't do that. You just playing the bass on that joint. I don't believe you, dog. That's one of the most musical joints on the album.
Yeah.
There's no way. You think that Diddy's slapping the bass on that joint, dogs, and Stevie J is playing the piano? Nah, never. That never happened.
All right. So hold on. Let's go. Let me see the 6 that I would pick. Honestly, it's probably most on number 2. This 2 really. I think that's the J that would really give me. Let me look. So we got.
You said definitely. You said Player Haters out of there. You said
Yeah.
probably.
Well, no. You said Player Haters don't count. Like Player Haters is already out.
Okay,
Bro.
yeah, okay.
Like
that's cool.
basically an interlude. We're
That
considering
works
that
for
an
me.
interlude. All right.
Yeah, it's not raps.
I would have to say Nasty Boy. I don't really care for that Jane.
It's out there.
That's out of there.
Another prize out of there too.
Yeah,
I'm sticking with the Stevie J thing.
Another is out of there because we got F and U tonight. F and U tonight is strong.
Yeah, it's better. It's better.
Yeah, it's better.
Same thing. Could have put Kim on that joint for real. Kim and Kelly, and then that would have actually been all right. I'm losing you again. Hold up, you there? What is that? What the hell is this?
Hello?
There we go. I was just about to give you the link again.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what happened. Okay, so my picks, I got 3 so far. My downfall, I don't really care for that J too much. I love short
Yeah,
dogs. So
that's when I could get out of there. Actually,
yeah, I don't really care for that joint too much. I was just saying the world is filled with Too Short. I really love Too Short's verse on that joint. And when the Henny's in the system, like I remember when I
I'm
first
not mad
heard
at
that
that
joint.
joint. That's when I might let live.
I love it. Like I can't drop that
That's a
joint.
joint that make it hot. I'm cool with that. That could stay.
So another my downfall. Let me see another my
Long Kiss
downfall.
Goodnight could
Nasty
stay.
boy, nasty boy.
Yeah, Nasty Boy's
Long
out of
Kiss
there.
Goodnight's not going nowhere. So
Yeah,
that's 3. Now I gotta pick 3 more. Oh, definitely I love the dough. That's 4.
that's out of there. Sorry, Moby.
Yeah, sorry, Moby. I love you.
The beat is tough, and the joint is tough.
Yeah.
But it's just for this album is what we're
It's
saying.
not-
Like
it doesn't
that could have
work.
been a dope single on a soundtrack or something.
Right. You know what I mean? Put that joint in All About the Benjamins or something. Like that joint.
Yeah. What's the end? What the end? You just solved the problem.
Yeah, put that joint in that movie.
And that would have
it'll
made
be a Diddy
perfect
soundtrack.
sense.
Yep.
I love the dough. They dancing. Mike
Yep.
Epps and what's his little mommy name?
Yeah.
Eva Mendes.
Eva
Yeah,
Mendes,
I love the dough. Boom, you solved it. That's it. Take it off of that album though, because I don't like it there.
I'm tossing up Miss You. Like Miss You is like one of the only joints that he really has like a message and heart in. But yeah, I'm gonna take out Miss You because Sky's the Limit is strong. Like I really love Sky's the Limit. So that's 5.
Sky's the Limit is better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Sky's the Limit is a lot better. Like Miss You, he's going in about his, the dead homies joint. You know what I mean? And I really respect that joint. I love it, but at the same time, it's like compared to the other joints, it's too strong. It's too strong.
I mean, you can't beat that
last one-
video. The whole joint was cool. They already wins.
The last one, let me see. Let me look at the commercial joints that he got. Okay, because it has to be a commercial song that goes off because all the hard joints are not going anywhere. So More Money, More Problems, F You Tonight, Hypnotize, going back to Cali. That's another Moby joint. I think I would have to say going back to Cali, dog, because that joint,
I'm keeping that because it was necessary for that time.
that's the thing. That's what I was just about to say. Like going back to Cali,
it was a peace treaty.
It was a peace treaty, Jay, but he got killed. So
you know what
I mean? But like I understand what he was doing, but it felt kind of like fan service. Like let me give the fans what they want. They want to hear me show Cali love. So that's my 6.
I think it was a real candid joint, but the way that it came
forced.
off seems gimmicky. It seemed gimmicky.
That's what it was to me. And it's another Moby joint, which I didn't notice until now, and I'm sad.
Yeah, man, this is
like. But Moby, he blessed the first album, so I can't even. I mean, Moby.
Yeah, but I mean, these are
the
2.
period.
Yeah, there are still solid beats and tracks.
Yeah, but
I see what you're saying. But I mean,
if I were to break up the album, those are the 6 joints that I would do. Let me run it down one more time. My downfall. Nasty Boy, going back to Cali, another Miss You, and I Love the Dough. Those are
bro, I can't even remember what Miss You sound like, so that's out of there.
I'm missing you, missing.
Oh no, that joint is out of there. Sorry, KG. That joint is out of there, dog. Yeah, that's an automatic skip for me. Nasty Boy's out of there. I'll do this real quick. I'll give him,
you've been waiting for this moment. You didn't know this moment was gonna
you're
arrive.
a danger, bro. I'm about to. If this is Back to the Future, your picture is fading away, bro, because I'm taking you right out of reality television.
You've been waiting for this moment. You've been waiting for this moment for like 20 years, dog. Like, hold on, is this the 20th anniversary? Like the 20th anniversary passed, right? Oh no, this is the year. No, March 25th, 1997. We just passed the 20th anniversary of the release.
Oh, hey, we was close enough.
So, hey, there we go. That's why we're doing this. Holla.
Yes, holla.
Right, so you've been waiting 20 years to do this.
I'll give you a cool or nah. Intro doesn't count. Somebody's got to die. You just dropped off. There we go.
This is a blower. I don't know why it keeps happening. Okay. Did I, start from the bottom. I need you to go through the 6. The 6. So this is gonna be 6 to edit. I want to apologize right now.
That's all good.
Start from the bottom and work your way up. Give me the 6 that you would take off. All right.
All right, so
You're nobody.
I'm
Until
definitely
somebody kills
taking.
you, you keeping that
Oh, I'm going back from the bottom up. Okay, cool.
from the
I'm
bottom up. Bottom
keeping.
up.
You know about it.
Nobody
It's not one of my
kills
favorite joints,
you.
dog. It's
Okay,
not really one of my favorite
it's
joints.
Stevie J got second billing on that joint. DJ
I
Enough is
know.
third. Like
Yeah, I don't believe nobody did that.
you really
Whoever
racist
John
Stevie
Foss
J.
is, he just probably got raped. That's who really did the beat. I don't believe y'all. Never. Anyway, I know.
Yo, I'm so sorry for Jeff Poss. Who is that for real though?
Yeah, Jive.
Like
He jive
on
possessed somebody
Wikipedia,
and he got raped by them.
He got a little A asterisk next to his name. I need to look at the J. Like, what's the A mean? Like, I don't even know what that means.
The A means anus, and that's where he was raped because I see the first two names.
Yeah.
But that's why Enough got that joint next one too, because I didn't know he had no parts in it either. And there you go, solve that mystery.
Yo,
and with that, I'm taking it off.
Yo, Jive Poss is lucky. Jive Poss is lucky to even have gotten on that J. Like, he's lucky to even get any kind of credit. I'm surprised he even on that J. Yo, this is very surprising. I'm very surprised. Yeah. All right, so Long Kiss Goodnight.
That's out of there.
So okay, that's one. You nobody's gone.
I could end it. Yeah, I could end it on Long Kiss Good Night.
Good night. Yeah, honestly, it really is a strong song to end on. But the message in "You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You" fits so perfectly.
Yeah, it fits the whole theme. That's why I'm kind of torn.
And considering what happened to him, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
But Long Kiss Goodnight.
Obviously.
But yeah,
sheesh. My downfall is out of there. I'm making that a solid one. That's out of there.
That's one. That's number one. So hold on. You're keeping Your Nobody.
I'm kind of just because you said it makes sense, which it does.
Okay. All right. Jive Poss.
I gotta come back to that joint.
Jive
you get to live. I know you made the beat. You made the
beat. you get to keep that spot, Jive.
Yeah. DJ Enough probably put you on because that was your.
Yeah, right.
So he was like, "Yo, Puff, let me get my name on that." And I know how y'all work, man. Anyway,
all right. So my downfall's off. That's one.
Yeah, that's out of there. The World's Filled Could Live. That's cool. Sky's the Limit's chilling because it's better than Miss You. Yeah. Miss You's out of there. Nasty Boy's out of there. That's three. Player Hater that doesn't count.
Nah, that doesn't count.
Never going anywhere.
Ten Crack Commandments is never. You shouldn't even mention that joint. You should have just said that joint. Like.
I said it just for reading the names.
Yeah.
Going back to Cali. I'm already almost done, so I'm gonna leave it there just off of 6 that they were trying.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's 3.
So I said, all right, another Nasty Boy, Miss You.
Yeah.
I'll just add another. That makes it 4 then.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, because you said my downfall, Nasty Boy, Miss You. Oh yeah, and another. Yeah, that's 4. Okay. All right. So this one,
I can only take 2 off of this first.
Only two.
That's probably all I need though, for real. And I love the dough, and then
don't do it.
I gotta go back to number 2 then, because I like all the rest of these.
Oh, word? You like all the rest of the joints on this one? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's cool. They were all cool.
I really thought you were gonna take off More Money, More Problems. Like, I was like, that's why I was like, don't do it. That's what I was talking about. Don't do it, because More Money, More Problems. Like,
that's the single though, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If it's gonna be an album, you gotta have a single.
You gotta have a single. That's what I'm saying. Like, Hypnotize was a strong single.
Hypnotize and that could have been, yeah.
More Money, More Problems was the one that like even if he was alive, that joint would have been like pandemonium, because that song is just. I mean, Stevie J, sorry, you get to live. Like, the Back to the Future fadeaway is not happening. That one. Right.
You get to live on that don't count, dogs. Like, seriously, bro, you just looped the joint. Like, come on, man. That was a little gimme joint. Yeah. They was getting away with them gimme joints, messing up the whole game for real. That's when for real. That's when I had to put so many FRs on that joint. But that is really when the sample game got messed up, because he opened the door up for the money, and then all these washed up artists was like, oh, this is real now. They really making money with this rap stuff. And then checks started to have to go out after that. And now somebody like me, who ain't doing loopity loops, Mr. Stevie J, gotta
Yo,
get
yo,
taxed.
I lost you. Yo, I lost you. Start over. I'm sorry.
All right, my bad. So what I
It
was
dipped
saying
off.
was FR. The reason this was one
You
of the
really did.
albums and the moments in hip hop when, you know what I'm saying, sampling really became an issue because
Yeah.
these artists really saw how much money these songs was making.
Yeah. That was
And
the straw
that's
that
when
broke
it's
the camel's
stiff.
back.
It was, yeah. This is
Mhm.
really it because this was like how many platinums it went immediately?
I
It
think it
went.
was. I think
I
it's
think it went
diamond now, so that
quadruple
goes to
off.
tell you.
Yeah, now, but I mean, off a couple weeks or whatever it was into. I
Yeah.
think it was like quadruple at first, early.
Right. Like, nah, the album sold ridiculously. So, yeah. But yeah, nah, it really was. This album really probably Puff's era was the one that the straw that broke the
Yeah,
camel's
it was
back as
definitely the
far as
Puff
sampling.
era. But
Because like
this
he was
was one
taking
of the
whole
first joints in
songs.
that era. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I mean, all them joints that you see the Stevie J and the Combs on was them joints where there was just like the I'm just, you know what I'm saying, jacking
Yeah.
the joint.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. So okay, so what's the last one though? Oh, the last two. No, last
So
one. You need one more.
last
You need
one I
one more.
said I was gonna let that one live. So then I gotta go back to this too because I think everything else could live on that joint. And it goes back to the one. Oh no, matter of fact, I can't do that because I like the flow of well.
The struggle is real. I feel
I
you.
know it is,
I feel
man.
you.
I
I
gotta
feel
say
you.
it's probably gonna be you're nobody till somebody kills you. Then if I gotta take something off.
Yeah. I'm not even mad. I can't even be mad at that, Jay. I cannot be mad at that, Jay. Because I mean, I understand like why. I mean, Jiv Foss, you lived for a few seconds.
Yeah,
Is it Jiv or Jive?
Jive.
Yo, we need
I
to
don't
see
know,
about
man.
interviewing him. Like
Yeah,
if we could
gotta
interview that
find him.
dude, we gotta find Jiv Foss because he did the work on that Jay. And you're nobody till somebody kills you. It's a solid Jay, but I can understand why he took it off. Like I can't knock that at all. So yeah.
What I will say is, for what it's worth, bro, it worked. Stevie J and Sean Puffy Combs.
They knew what they were doing. Like I mean, for me, Puff at that time, as much as like I'm not gonna lie, I was, at that time I was a little youngin learning about hip hop, knew what hip hop was, quote unquote. You know what I mean? So Puff was automatically the enemy, but I could not deny this album. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like there's no denying it. Like, you had I was part of that community, like the quote unquote, this is real hip hop right here, lyrics, beats, hardcore, you know what I'm saying? So, but like this
put that 16 in a solid listing order and make it a good flow. That's probably one of the best albums ever.
I mean, to me, honestly, this album is one of the best albums ever. But nah, like if you were to break it down, that solid 16 that we're talking about, and really put it in a way where it's like really cohesive and like actually tells the story.
Still sticking to the theme. Yeah, I think there was a theme there, but
there definitely was a theme.
Up the theme though.
Yeah. A lot of the commercial giants really threw it off course because like I think I Love the Dough really threw it off course. I think that's probably really where it went off for me because like you gotta look at it like Hypnotize, that was him basically saying like this is how I make my money. You know what I mean? Like this is what I do, this is my flow, this is me in my business element. And then you had Kick in the Door, which is basically him telling every New York rapper like, yo, step off. You know what I mean? Like I'm that dude, I'm here. And then songs like commercial joints like More Money, More Problems is basically talking about more money, more problems. You know what I mean? Like the
whole thing is there, yeah. But I'm saying like what they should have did. They should like I see what you're saying, like how they did one song, then one song. What they needed to do was have a good blend and have it tell a story. Whereas the tracks themselves blend in the way that you're still getting life after death. Death being the harder songs, and then gradually, gradiently going into the, you know what I'm saying? Because that would make the whole thing like we done kicked in the door. Now we love the dough. We got the dough.
Right.
Because we had beef. That's
right.
That's over with.
Right.
Dang, you got me on half a ding. I got a shush out, but that's half a ding. But and then get into the party tracks. You know what I'm saying? And then it's all good because it's life after death. And then that could have been. Yeah, that was my issue with the album.
Yo, oh my God. Like, what if Life After Death was literally like, what if he were to do like the first disc, nothing but hard J's, and the second disc, nothing but commercial J's?
That could have worked too.
That probably could have worked really well. Because I mean, just think about it, like kind of like what Outkast did with Speaker Box
or the
and Love
suit
Below.
and what Nelly's suit and whatever.
I don't know nothing about that.
Neither do I, but I saw what the concept was.
Yeah,
it would have been the same thing, really.
It was is that what? Oh, sweatsuit. That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that, Jay. Yeah. Is that what the concept was? Because like I remember.
Yeah, sweat was supposed to be like your party joints, and then suit was like, okay,
I'm sexy.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Gotcha. Nah, like I'm looking at this joint, and it probably could have really been. I'm curious to see what that would sound like.
I like either one. Like I think that would have been interesting to see either one, because I mean it's gimmicky, and then for the fan base actually, because you would have had your Biggie fans that don't really get down with
right. Door. And he probably could have sold 2 different albums. You know what I mean? Like
technically you are though with a double album. You technically are.
I mean.
Oh, you mean sell it as a? You mean sell them? Yeah,
separately. You know what I mean? Like being like, okay, this is the Life After album, and that's all the party joints, and this is the Death album. All the killing, murder shades. You know what I mean?
These are all really interesting ways to see how it would have worked out. Yeah, I think any of them would have worked.
Because I'm looking at the titles of the song. Somebody Gotta Die, Kicking the Door, like all them joints. Last Day.
By the title, What's Beef?
N-words
bleed.
Where would I Got a Story to Tell fit though? That would have to go on both.
I don't know, man.
I got a story to tell. He's still murking somebody at the end.
He didn't.
He robbed
almost.
He robbed him.
Yeah. So it's violent enough. There you go.
So it could go on both. It could go on both. I said
it was almost death. You know?
Right.
Said I will blast your man. So.
But yeah, Notorious.
Who was it for the record again?
Oh my God, who was it? They said who it was. I don't remember who it was.
It wasn't Oakley though.
I'm about to Google that name right now. I got a story.
I know it wasn't Oakley.
It was somebody. It was somebody that people knew and was like, but he wasn't like a heavy dude.
Anthony Mason, that's who it was. Boom.
Anthony Mason, right? That's what it was. Yep.
R.I.P. Sorry, but yeah, we were saying that. I know that Oakley definitely was one of the people. I was like, dogs, if it was Oakley, as now you see, he's in the news for he just got arraigned for the situation he had when they tried to kick him out of the stadium. But yeah, just off of that alone, if it was Charles Oakley, somebody would have died. He would have definitely been on death, the death disc.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think my downfall would be on my joint. Like, even if it was a double 2 different disc joint, like I still think my downfall would be out. Like, if you were to keep the album as is and do a life and death album, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I honestly don't think my downfall. I like it, but it didn't really click for me. You know what I mean? Like,
me neither. It was cool. It was cooler than a lot of the joints to me, but it's not like I need this joint.
Yeah, like it really.
I kind of played that joint though. I don't know. I played
it. I played it, but I played it with the flow of the album. You know what I mean? Like I didn't skip it. You know, like Nasty Boy, I would skip. You know, from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Like
because that's the joint. My downfall starts with the Real Live. Lots of obscenity Puff.
Yeah,
joint, right?
Yep. That's
I played that joint a lot. Yeah, how did I play that in the crib? Yo, I always think like, how did I play these joints in the crib like mad loud? There's lots of MFs in the beginning of that joint. I'm just playing that joint like, and nobody's saying nothing. How did
sorry, lost you again. You said how did I? And then
how did I get away with playing these joints in the crib like obnoxiously as a teen? Nobody was hitting me with the hey dog,
turn it off. That's not happening. Turn it off.
Shout out to the fam letting me rock because there was lots of MFs and my poor young sister was across the hall.
Nah, like my peoples are kind of cool on that too. Like my pops, he was like whatever.
Well, you had the good spot though, so you were kind of already in the cut.
No, like even before I was up top, so it didn't.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so it was cool. But yeah, man, like let me see. Yeah, I think that would have been a dope. Puff, yo, go ahead, do that joint. You know what I'm saying? If you ever have a chance, if you ever catch wind of this, or one of your peoples catch wind of this, go ahead and do a life and death album. You know what I mean? Like
it should have been last week, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Right.
The ball. I'd be curious to see if he were to do it, how would he make a life and death album? Because he executive produced the last J joint that I was like, you know, I diverted. Like Blueprint was amazing to me, but American Gangster was like, to me, that was a revelation. You know what I mean? Like I fell in love with that album. Like
that was tough.
So, and I know Puff like really had a heavy hand in that. So I would, you know, that version of Puff, I would like to see what he would do with this album. Like no Biggie duets, no anything. You know what I mean? I would just like to hear like a mixtape, a Puff Daddy mixtape, remixing the track lists for Life After Death into two different piles. Here's the life and here's the death. You know what I mean? And then just hear what he would do. It would be dope. I'd have fun with
25. We got 5 years. 25.
That's true. 25th anniversary. Why not? So yeah, I would. If anybody knows Puff that ends up listening to this, you know, go ahead and put that bug in his ear. See what he would say. See what he would do. What would the track listing look like?
Sorry to all the shots to the various Hitman personnel. All love. Shout out to John Pass. We don't know how to say your name right.
Yo, Jiv. I say Jiv. I think it's Jiv. I want to find Jiv, yo. Like, hold on, let me see if I can Google him right quick. Let's live internet surfing right now. We're gonna see what Jiv Pass is up to.
But the Hitman was serious at the time. I mean, I just think they really got away with murder with them beats, bro, and they did. But it worked, and you know that's part of being the first at something.
Yeah,
do whatever you want.
Right,
so
shout
out to you being the first. You can't knock somebody for being the first successful at anything. So hey, do it.
Mm-hmm. Jiv Pass,
but them beats was mad easy to do, bro. And all he did was like loop them joints.
Jiv Pass only has one credit to his name, and that's Nobody Till Somebody Kills You.
But he made all that beat. Don't let nobody tell you differently. He made the whole beat with Juxta, man.
But wait, how about this? There is a YouTube video. Jiv Pass breaks down how he produced the track You're Nobody Till Somebody Kills You. Himself. He made the whole joint by himself.
What did I tell you, dog? I tell you, look, we'll do this before we go. Let's look at this track listing, and I'll tell you who really made the beat, dog.
Go ahead. All right, this is the last thing we're gonna do. Then we're gonna hop off. Go ahead.
Somebody's gotta die. I see Nasheem Myrick and I see 6 July. That's legitimate.
Nah. Let's start from the top. Okay. I want it from the very beginning of the album. 20th anniversary, from the producer standpoint. Verse. Let us know
who made these joints.
All right.
I can't even really remember the intro. It was like one of them real theatrical joints.
It was the emergency room.
Diddy did that joint. He probably
had some pianos. It had some pianos. Like real
did that. Stevie J probably actually played the piano on that. Yeah.
But Puff got first billing though.
Yeah, because he's like, I'm. This is me. You already know what time it is. It's Puffy. I made all of y'all jobs happen. So
take it.
My name's going on it first. Yeah, my full government. So you know who to cut the check. Take all that.
That's what he means by take that. Straight break. Take that.
All of it. Somebody's gotta die. Nasheem Myrick and 6 July, I think that's legitimate. You know what I'm saying? He's still got his name on all these joints, no matter what. That's how hard he goes.
Yeah.
Hypnotize. Yeah, D-Dot and Amin Ra. I don't know. That sounds more like
you say Amin Ra. I always say Amin Ra.
Amin Ra. I don't know how he says the joint.
Yeah,
Amin Ra. I think D-Dot's name is first.
Yeah, you know D-Dot did that.
Either of them could have did that joint though, but yeah, I'm going with D-Dot though, because D-Dot doesn't really need help, and this is them times where like people didn't really do like. It's funny how you got to look at producers' names on an album, man, especially on these big, high-profile albums.
It cut off again. Hold on. You saying D-Dot?
No, I went on a tangent, but I was saying you got to really look at the names on these producers when it comes to these real high-profile albums, because it tells the story, man. You really got to analyze who did what, because all these people probably did have their hand in it, but like when it comes down to a majority type, then. Not all the time is their name first, but I'll tell you who it was, man. Like we said, for this one, Hypnotized, D-Dot did the whole joint. Amin Ra probably came in and maybe like sliced the drums a little bit.
Right.
And Diddy's just Diddy. He's gonna put his name on all of them joints. But this is what I love.
Take that.
You better
Take
not
that.
say nothing.
Take
It
that.
said
Take that.
DJ Premier and only DJ Premier. And you better not
Only
put no damn
name.
Combs on that joint.
Like what?
You already
He
know.
probably
You already
walked
know.
into the room and was like, "Dude, you do know this is D&D, right? Like
Yeah.
this is D&D.
Yeah.
You don't come into
Yeah.
D&D. This ain't. This ain't
Diddy's name's not
Puffin.
on this joint at
This
all.
ain't,
He
this
wasn't
ain't
even
Diddy
there.
and Diddy. This ain't Diddy and Diddy.
Mm-mm.
This is D&D.
Nope.
Step out. Yeah, Premier wasn't having
Yeah,
that.
his name's not in that joint at all. Not in the writers, not in the nothing.
Nothing.
No.
All right. So what's that?
Then we
So
got
Jones and
F You
Combs.
Tonight.
Who's Jones?
Man, R. Kelly did that whole joint. Who's I don't know. Darren
Who's
Jones.
Darren Jones. He's
Let's go.
clickable.
Let's take a look.
Go ahead. Go down that.
Darren Jones is
Singer, songwriter, producer. So he probably wrote.
he did the whole joint. He did the beat. He did.
That's what I'm saying. He wrote the song.
This is how you know. Like if it doesn't add up, I'll give it to Kels first because Kels does make beats, but I'm kind of like suspect on the Kels production too. I know he can, but not all them joints.
That's Jones. Jones produced it. So Kels probably came in.
Yeah. He's saying
wrote the song. He wrote the song. Jones wrote the song, and they were like, "Let's get R. Kelly on it." That's all it was.
Yeah.
The Jones song. Jones did the demo with Big, and then R. Kelly. They were like, "Let's get R. Kelly." That's what's gonna make it sell. Boom.
Solved it.
Mystery
Last
solved.
day, how did Stevie J get on his name on this joint, dog?
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think the beat. Like, what part of that beat? Because it's a Havoc beat. Like
that's a Havoc beat all the whole way.
There's
Havoc
nothing,
made the whole beat, man.
There's nothing like he must have not been in the room and they were like,
is there an intro into this joint? Maybe how does it go into the song? It's just
it just goes in. It just goes in.
Outro and then, I don't know.
No, like I don't know.
How did they snuck him, dog?
The locks go in on last day. Like seriously, like when I say like real MCs, like they're basically their joints are timeless. Like their flows are still essentially the same as it is now. Like give or take here and there, but that flow, like you could put any of those verses up against any of their new joints now, and it still holds up. It's just hard. Like you can't like a true MC. Their flows are immortal. Like you listen to Common, like you can listen to an old Common joint and it's still timeless. You know what I'm saying? Like
true.
You can tell who appreciates the craft and who doesn't. You know what I mean? Who understands
that's facts.
So yeah, my bad. I went off on an MC tangent again.
All
right, so Havoc got that J.
Yeah,
I love the dough.
Moby obviously made I love the dough. I would like to say that
he pulled the premiere. He pulled the premiere. Step out. You good?
Yeah, that's good.
It's Moby.
Good for him, man. What's beef? 6 July absolutely made What's Beef. That has 6 July all over that.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Now, Myrick probably like maybe threw him some drums like, yo, matter of fact, this snare sounds a little better. You want to use it? And he was like, nah, this beat's already hard. Get out of here.
I don't even know who Paragon is. Do you know who that is?
I don't know, but he got the Scarlet A next to his name. That sounds like
right. Because the A means like
man, he probably like bought the Duchess or something. He
Yo, why you
that's his man's. He wanted to hold him down. He wanted to make sure he was high.
His whole contribution to the joint, dog. Like he probably did so. He probably was like, yo, this is what you should say.
Names, dog.
He probably gave the title of the song. He probably like, yo, call this joint was Beef, man, and that was it. Yo, don't take it away,
he
man.
Like, I don't know. I haven't heard the sample to that joint. Maybe he had some extra violins.
I mean, maybe another thing too. Maybe the Hitman really got caught up in the Puff mix and was just off the this dude made this beat. Let's just go ahead and throw our names first. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I don't think so.
It's a thought.
Not for this one. Not for this one. Just because it sounds like not too long after Nasheem Myrick made T.O.N.Y., which is very violin heavy and it's very similar to this. This is why I know that she made this beat.
That's true.
But Paragon might have been your little man's that maybe gave you the sample.
Yeah. That probably did happen.
Because it wasn't like that's not a common joint. I don't even think did they even list this joint? Yeah, I'm glad you're mine. It's not that either. It's by the way, it's not Al Green.
Oh, really? They're like the track that they got there. That's not the one.
Well, they're there, but it's part of it. Like it's
Okay.
multiple samples in this joint. But
Okay.
anyway, that's what I'm thinking. Paragon might have came through and had a little joint synced up on his MPC.
Janet the
And
Duchess.
he had a session. They was in that joint, and yeah, he had a Duchess too. And he came in. 6 July came in like, yo, what's up? That's hot. And he was like, matter of fact, get all them drums off of this joint. I'm gonna tell you how to do this joint. Boom. Matter of fact, since you're cool and you got the Duchess or whatever, I'm gonna keep your name on that joint. Boom. That's what happened.
All right. Next J, D dot.
You already know hold up, the energy.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? B.I.G.
B.I.G.
that joint. Man, that's D dot
that's
and them
D-Dot.
playing around. They did that.
You see Big's names first though, so you know
Yeah, it was his idea. He was like, yo, I just got something stupid to do real quick.
Right.
It was like, all right, he's having fun.
I love the way that
Had
Jim
some
blended
Duchess
into
left from
Moment Zero Problem.
Paragon. Paragon's Duchess was still left over. They were just playing around.
Paragon, your contributions, like
Yeah, that's why they put his name. Yeah.
good moment in history right there, Paragon.
This is when go to the store for me becomes something positive.
Yo, all due respect to Paragon, man. We love you. Your contributions.
Yeah.
Honestly, like really, I'd never noticed that name before. You know what I mean? Like I've looked through your track.
A lot of these names never came up until Wiki, and I know that that's facts because I was looking at them font for liner notes, and I promise
I've never seen these. So props to Wiki for giving these dudes, the spotlight for us to even mention them. So,
did you look for his YouTube?
No. Let me see right now. Hold on. Paragon.
These might have came off of YouTube. Is that what the A really mean?
Paragon, what's beef? Let's see. Paragon, what's beef? Let's see. Paragon. He actually has a YouTube channel, I think. Paragon the Assassin Chief, original sample I used for Notorious Big.
I told you, I be knowing dogs.
No. Listen, he said the original sample I used. That means I told you. Nasheem Myrick diddied him, dog. He got diddied. They jacked him.
I don't know.
They jacked him, dog. They jacked him.
They did, but not just jacked him. I think they took the joint and made it better.
He had the sample, and they were like, "Yo, Paragon, we're gonna take this joint right quick, and we're just gonna do better." That's all it was.
That's what I agree with that. Yeah, I agree.
But the name of the joint is "Close to You" by Richard Evans. That's what it is. So apparently he plays the joint on his
drums. But okay, so close. Okay, all right.
So Paragon, the Assassin Chief. Yo, on the real bad, we could reach out to these dudes and be like, "Yo, chat with us for a couple minutes." You know what I mean? Tell the story from top to bottom, man. Like, I mean, for real though. You know what I mean? Like,
shout out, you still made it, bro. Like, for real.
You know what I'm saying? I'm curious to hear his story because he was in the building for a classic record. You know what I'm saying? Like Paragon.
Maybe not though, because on his Jukes moves, he probably had nothing to do with it. He probably didn't see any of it.
Come on, man. Come on. You got
dogs. It went like this.
The Duchess. The Duchess. Who got the Duchess?
And he had it. Dog. He had the tape. The tape went to 6 July. Yeah. Everybody vibed with him. They said, "This is fire. This is gonna go on Big's joint. You made it. Ha ha ha. You didn't make it because my name is on the joint.
Boom.
But we're gonna put your name on it 10 years later when something called Wikipedia comes out."
Right. So the A is co-producer. That's what it is.
Yeah, I see it.
Co-producer, yeah. But also, I think it serves a double purpose, something else too. Yeah, making life after death many men. So I think it's like an article where they like talk to other people. Double XL.
That's worth watching.
Yeah, it's something to
many men. Interesting. But let's see what's next. Got cut off again. There you go.
Definitely a few episodes in, we're gonna try to reach out to Paragon, like Paragon and Jiv. I really want to know how to say his name. Is it Jiv or Jive? I'm curious about that. So, a few episodes in, I'm definitely gonna make that happen because I want to know what their process was, what's going on with them now, and did they get any money?
Yeah, man, I hope so.
Because, like, you know, I mean, their contribution, even though, you know, they just provided the sample,
or they probably gave the blueprint for the record. So, all right. Anyway, go ahead. What's next? More
All
money,
right,
more
so
problems.
more money, more problems. You already
That's-
know what that was. That was just a
yeah.
little loop.
Basically.
Then, so I'll let you know. That's what they did.
Yeah.
Inwards Bleed. That's one of them toss-up joints where I think 6 July. They probably did like duo that joint. Probably.
Okay.
I got a story to tell. That's all Buck Wild. They say Chucky Thompson.
Yeah, so I was just about to ask, like,
he might have put his little stank on it, like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Right.
Probably threw that joint in there, like
that joint.
Yeah, nah. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That little side joint. He jacked it up a little bit.
All right.
By itself, it was just ding, 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 ding. Luke Buck Wild did all that. Yeah. He was like, take that. We got to make it a little more, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a sample that they replayed, though. So maybe he actually played that joint.
Yeah, he could have. Yeah, Chucky would probably get it in on the guitar.
Right.
He's an actual musician, you know.
Right. That's what I was thinking. All right, so
then going on into the segue of musicians to this. Notorious Thugs. I don't know, man. This is a question mark. Somebody got jukes and they just, I don't know.
They couldn't even find them for Wikipedia. Wikipedia couldn't hunt them down. Oh,
nah, so bro. But I know for facts that Stevie J was not playing the piano and that Sean Puffy Combs was not slapping the bass on Notorious Thugs. That's nice.
Slapping the bass.
That's one of the more intricate beats out of all of them.
Slapping the bass. That joint is a classic. Slapping the
definitely
bass.
was not.
Nah,
I don't believe it at all.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. All right, Miss You,
KG
all day.
Straight up, that's easy to say. Another that's we've already saw what the rest of these Stevie J and Combs joints are. Straight up.
It's just
Stevie
J. But you people like the Combs J, the Combs Stevie J. That's definitely him coming and being like, here's a sample. Make a beat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. That's the I want you to make something out of this. Yeah,
right.
That's exactly what it is.
Because like the Stevie J Combs, the Notorious Thugs, Stevie J's name's first, so he probably was doing his own thing, and then Diddy came in and was like, oh, you know what? Add this part.
I want that.
Right. Dead it, I want that. Take that. I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, dog. This is how it goes. Like we don't gotta
Dad, like he didn't even do nothing to it. He just said, I want it, therefore my name's on it.
That's it. It's a done deal. This is how it operates.
Did it, I want
that. Powerful man.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Right. It happened.
All right,
Sky's the limit.
Clark Kent.
Oh, it's Clark Kent. Why did they just put Kent?
I don't know. Is that his real name in real life?
Nah.
Hold on, I'm curious. I'm gonna click his name. No, it's not. My man's name is Rodolfo.
Yeah, he's not.
It's
definitely not.
I take that. Yeah, never mind. I have met a Clark Kent in my life though. So, all right. So, D. Dot, the world is filled.
Yeah, D. Dot definitely did that joint. And then
I love that beat too.
My downfall, I think that might have that's one of them. I think Nasheem Myrick and 6 July was actually sitting there making beats together. That I could see.
And
they got similar styles.
And Diddy wanted it, said I want
like that. He called up DMC and got him all hyped to like that's where he comes in. That's
right.
RZA got his just dues on the joint.
Right.
No and then we've already talked about Jiv Paz.
Jiv Paz. Good old Jiv. Jiv. Yeah. All right.
DJ Enough took him to the stew, got him on that joint, and then everybody's name just got on that joint. This is what happens, bro. You gotta watch Diddy in the 90s, bro. Take that. It was in a full effect.
Diddy's name is first though. I just peeped that, Jay. Like, why is Diddy's name's first on that, Jay?
Bro, you already know why.
Like, he wasn't even trying to hide it.
He let him live on a lot of these joints. If it was up to him.
But I'm saying, like, DJ Enough's name probably should have been first, dog. Like, I mean, just think about it. Like, you know, DJ Enough probably brought Jiv to Diddy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, absolutely he did. There was one of his little homies that was making beats with him, and he was like, "Yo, this joint that you got is kind of hot. I think you could probably make it."
There's like a link, and it says like demo, like the link for Jiv Puff's profile on Who Sampled. It says demo, and it has like Biggie's face on it. So it's probably like the demo version of the track.
Probably.
You know
I'm gonna definitely have to investigate.
Yeah, but yeah, man, that joint. That's I'm you know, 20 years later, I still love this album. You know what I mean? You know,
definitely.
And like when it all comes down to it, I still feel like Biggie's the greatest. I know you don't agree with that. I know you feel like his catalog isn't deep enough to give him that kind of credit, but I think I like to imagine a world where he did live and the contributions that he would have done, because a lot of dudes would not be around if he was still in the mix. You know what I mean? Because like the landscape of music, kind of like the landscape of hip hop, basically kind of opened up after he passed away, because there was like a line where it was just like, okay, you can make pop music, but you cannot cross this line, because then you cross this line, you're gonna end up being CNC Music Factory. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to basically bridge that gap of giving the commercial songs by spitting some real good lyrics, spitting the hard stuff. You know what I mean? So I think like without him being the gatekeeper, being that line where it's like, okay, everybody got to stand behind this line when it comes to, because I mean, even Jay dabbled in it and it sounded awkward. You know what I mean? Like, do you remember Sunshine? Remember Sunshine off of Volume 1?
Sucked, man. That's terrible.
What I'm saying. It sounded awkward. Like he tried to dabble into that territory, that Biggie.
That same round. I mean, they were both doing the same type of joints. This joints that's on his album that was trash and was probably done by Stevie J. Like, I know what boys like. Get out of here with that, man.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like that. Like those songs, it's like Biggie had that line. He drew that line in the sand. Like, okay, you can make these joints, but it gotta feel a certain way. You still gotta come hard with it. Because I mean, on paper, More Money, More Problems should not work. You know what I mean? Like in retrospect, it works. You know, like of course it's good. But on paper, like if somebody were to be like, yeah, this is the sample that we're gonna do, and you hear that, you'd be like, I'm not, this is garbage.
Yeah, Hov wouldn't have been able to make that happen.
No, like it's like there's a certain level of pop that you cannot do, and Biggie knew how to do it. Biggie knew how to give it credibility. So it's like for me, this album, you know, is one of the greatest albums of all time. I still maintain that Biggie's the greatest MC because he knew what he was doing. And yeah, that's it. Any last words for you?
Man, I just really wish I could see these versions of the album that we just talked about happen.
Yeah.
See how they would have, or see how it would have been if they would have done like the 2-disc version of it. Right. I really like that idea.
Right. But, the Life and Death.
It's definitely one of my favorite albums, all in all, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I always had problems with the flow of it, and apparently I didn't like any of Stevie J's beats. But besides that, it's a solid album.
Yeah. And Jiv Poss made it happen. As far as I'm concerned,
Jiv Poss was out there, dog. Shout out to the people who Paragon and Jiv Poss, dog. We see you, man. We know
y'all the heroes. Y'all the true heroes.
Yeah, true heroes, man. You know what I'm saying?
The unsung heroes.
Y'all love the Jordan meme of the Life After Death album. Y'all like y'all caught it, but it was for the greater good, and we appreciate it. We know what really happened.
Yeah, we know. I'm doing the finger pointing to the eye, Jane, looking at you.
Yeah, Martin fingers.
Know what happened. The Martin fingers. You know what I mean? We know what happened. We salute you. We salute you both for making the sacrifice for other producers out there that got into classic albums and got no exposure and no love. Y'all did it.
It happens, man. It happens. I thought it was gonna be me, dog. So shout out to y'all for making it, because it's hard to even be that. How many people got my tapes that I thought it was gonna happen? I was like, yo, I'm about to get raped. It never happened. Yo, I thought Buckshot got me, dog. I was already prepared.
Oh, I remember that.
Shout out to Unemployed Lloyd. Unemployed Lloyd was like, bruh, you just gave away Parking Lot Mysteries, bro. It's over for you, dog. That just gonna be on Smith & Wesson's next album, dog. I was like, I don't even care. It's cool.
It's okay. It's for greater good. It's for the greater good.
It didn't happen, and I called that number on that business card like 1,000,000 times an hour.
Man, you know that James probably, he probably recorded something on that James. It's probably on the cutting room floor. Like, yeah, we'll get back to that. Like, Buckshot comes across to me like his work ethic feels like what Pox was. You know what I mean? Just record all the time. The time, and then we'll release the hot James. But I think like for them, I don't know their business like that, but I think for them it probably was just like we want to distribute this through majors. You know what I mean? And they just didn't really have that kind of luck or that kind of structure to really have the majors back them like that. But this day and age, I wish that they would just go ham on the streaming joint and just throw everything that they got. Because I'm sure like there's Sean Price joints that are sitting on shelves that are just collecting dust that are just like gold. So
yeah, man, that sounds like a good topic for the future, definitely.
Oh, there we go, another topic one day. So yeah, man, that was our unintended retrospective because that was completely
big shout out.
Like we just jumped into that topic, like it was something that I was just thinking about, and we just jumped into it. A retrospective of life after death. Moral of the story, to end it, watch Rick and Morty because it's a classic. I'm not talking to just you verse, I'm talking to the audience at large. Go back and listen to the Biggie joint. And if you have the time and the effort, I would love to hear anybody's version of Life because I'll listen to that album over and over and over. So if somebody want to mess around and do a Life and Death album, a double joint, or just break down the 16 tracks that me and Verse said would be a classic, would make that.
Yeah, we pissed somebody off besides Stevie J. We definitely pissed people off. So let us know if you're pissed.
If you're pissed about it. Yeah, if you
tell me why, tell me how they're good,
or send us nothing but a Stevie J mixtape. I'd love to hear a Stevie J mixtape. Let me hear what you said.
We could have said if it was up to me, dog. He's fading out in the Polaroid, dogs. He's fading.
Back to the Future style. Make that
he's out of there. He never happened. Man.
But yeah, thank you so much for listening to this podcast. This is the very first episode that we're releasing. The very first episode that we've done. The first one, like I said, was our inaugural intro one, and it was kind of rough, but I feel like this is a real strong one, and we're gonna end this as we usually do. Verse, you want to say farewell?
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to everybody who's listening. You know what I'm saying? Definitely tune into us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Are you a fan yet?
Yeah, really appreciate it.
Versus Stag.
Versus Stag, that's right. And we sign off by asking a simple question: are you a fan yet?
Yes, sir.
Peace.